Yeah, please don't listen to the sound. Hello guys. Today we're gonna do the one thing we have been planning to do for summer 2019. Yes, I'm talking about the Thomas the Tank Engine Project G1 reaction video special. Let's get into this. This video will be divided into 4 or 5 or 6 parts depending on how much time it will be, and without any further ado, let's get started. Whoa, now that's scary. Especially for our very special
respect.
Followed by the events that after Shed 17.
You take something away from those around you. The ones you love, your friends. We let down those closest to us without ever realising we'd done so. The people that didn't leave work at
Pauls Vids
night. They weren't the railways for the love of railways. They weren't silenced. They weren't subdued. They just didn't have anything to object to. By the time they realised there was a problem, it was too late.
Whoa.
We didn't stifle them. We didn't lock them away. We didn't lie to them. We committed the worst sin of all. We just didn't listen.
Whoa, now, Project G1, I love that intro where it's just like coming out, it's just like going to the events of Shed 17 and saying things that was not there in the original, and yeah. Oh, that's scary for our audience.
On the 6th of October 2015, the world was reintroduced to the horrors and suffering that began on a small island off the northwest coast of England.
I don't think the documentary showed anything we didn't already know. People had just become desensitized
Sorter
to what
Engine
happened to
Fireman,
Thomas and his
1983 to
friends. The reaction,
1983.
or rather, overreaction began straight away.
Whoa.
Quickly grew to be this young man in the USA had become so traumatized by Shed 17, he had memorized all the dialogue and would do nothing but watch the program in a loop, mouthing the words.
The town was buzzing with news of her pregnancy.
He would later be taken away to a psychiatric unit.
Now that's scary.
Many viewers would be offered similar treatment, often being asked to illustrate what scared them and confronting it as a successful therapy. This young man began making his own model railway stories as a form of treatment. Soon many of these people would be allowed limited access to the outside world, even beginning to form social connections to people, and in some cases, friendship.
Kind of like the drawing. It was like, I know it's like a fandom, but I kind of like the artwork of that.
People stopped
Also,
going to Sodo
it's fandom,
for
so yeah,
biofusion
it's not for real.
operations. So there were massive layoffs on the railway itself.
Numerous attempts were made to salvage the tourist trade on Sodor. Finally, in a last-ditch attempt, the railway was promoted with an ill-judged celebrity endorsement.
Of the train.
But it wouldn't just be young people suffering. Many would suffer trauma in their own way, both human and biofused.
We're gonna stop at 15 something, so yeah. We have like 11 minutes to do it. Looks like Cranky's getting scared of this.
With the documentary came the public outcry and the media's need for a scapegoat.
Sodor Mail cover up on railway? Whoa, looks like the news is getting new on this.
There I was, in full public view, being blamed for the whole thing.
Do you want to apologise to us and frankly you should know better than that?
Bloody hell. I was finally given a chance to tell my side of the story on national television.
Framing.
tell people what actually happened,
Whoa.
and acquit myself in the eyes of the public.
Mr. Holly, are you to blame for the events on
Interviews.
Sodor Island?
Take
Well,
two.
let me tell you, I am not.
I am totally to blame for what happened to Thomas and all his friends, and I do it again tomorrow.
Whoa.
Last time I go on Channel 4.
But the public outcry
Channel
would bring
4,
an
that
anonymous
sounds like a good name for a
whistleblower
channel.
out into the light. Someone who would reveal more facts about the events on Sodor Island, both before and after the Thomas incident.
I worked closely on the television series in the early 80s, so I was around the engines at all times. It's only now, after I can't make a difference to those engines' lives, that I've heroically decided to speak.
As the government finally relented and shut down the whole biofusion operation on Sodor, a tragic dilemma faced the scientists.
Some people were still in the biofusion process. Being in process is the last place anyone wants to be.
Whoa. Looks like being in the biology class or like doing like experiments
That
on
meant turning
like
them into the simplest form of life that existed.
yeah.
Drugs,
Reconstruction.
particularly the faceless ones, rarely had the brain capacity to retain long-term memory.
They were the lucky ones. I can't imagine a worse hell than being a truck.
Well, you probably shouldn't say that because it will tell one after another.
The biological organs' exposure to the open world meant an increased risk of infection and slow, painful death. Fearing being shut away forever, some trains would seek opportunity elsewhere. Chris Duck Dixon and Oliver Surname's dream was to work on the famous Sodor Railway.
They were childhood friends who shared the same love of trains. They'd made a pact to become engines. Sadly, it came too late. The ban on biofusion came into effect just after Oliver and Duck were looking forward to working on the railway.
When it looked as though they would be locked away forever, the Japan Railway Group offered them work on their railway.
Duck and Oliver jumped at the chance. The travel was paid for by the Japanese
Surviving.
railway, and they couldn't wait to be there.
Unfortunately, arriving in Tokyo,
Nice reference.
Duck and Oliver would find that, under Japanese law, they weren't recognised
Oh,
as human
taking a trip?
beings, and so had no rights at all. They would soon learn their true fate.
Our worst nightmare confirmed. Steam. Looks like a boxing match or something.
Our engines unfortunate enough to fall into this trap were to take part in a sick pay-per-view event.
There's both distant fighters, and they both possess a similar height and reach.
Fitted with pneumatic joints, stabilizers, and
It looks like a
supports,
boxing match.
They were ready for the main event.
It's like going to a championship. It looks like arms. Yeah, it looks like arms. And we sports club. And we party and we party and we.
friendship aside, there was only one way to survive.
I feel sad for Oliver and Duck. Both great wrestling legends. Why, Duck? Why? A 56-minute video. How wonderful. We might even split it up to 4 or 5 or 6 parts at a time, depending on how much we'll do it. We'll probably do like 15 minutes per video, per part, so we can get to it more quickly.
The British government had banned the use of biofusion publicly, but couldn't ignore the military opportunities. Selling war to the world was too profitable.
Hit Logistics was the military contractor secretly tasked with continuing the work Sodor research had begun.
The first task was finding as many engines as possible.
Biofused material had become rare, and Hit Logistics immediately recruited people to hunt down as many decommissioned engines as possible.
One was an old colleague we all called friend. Even when he was being interviewed for the Shed 17 documentary, he was neck deep in secret government research. His biggest dream was much more sinister.
Project G-1 was Professor Owen Ruth's dream, the breaking down of biofused matter to their very cells, and then deprogramming them.
Engine remains being reused to form anything they wanted.
In the project, these cells have their DNA instructions removed. Biofused stem cells, which can then adapt and assume any form necessary. It is for this purpose we have begun making extensive research into
this video is by Pauls Vids.
Annie Clarabella and Kevin Diesel had met as rail enthusiasts, fallen in love, and gotten married within weeks of meeting. The next step in their eyes was to become biofused.
It was the most romantic thing in their eyes. He would become an engine, she a coach, and they would ride the rails together. Kevin became his namesake, a sleek black diesel engine. It was Annie's operation where things didn't go to plan.
As Annie's cells were being reprogrammed, they split in the early stages of the operation, and 2 coaches were created, although these twins were far from identical.
People started to notice just how many twins were being created on the island, but the questions were brushed off or ignored.
In an effort to deflect criticism, Annie and Clarabelle, the first 2 biofused coaches, were put into service straight away.
Everyone was very excited. No one seemed to ask about where all the organic parts were in a coach. Or about those luxurious, expensive pink leather furnishings. I don't even want to tell you what they found in the toilets.
Yeah, that's creepy.
Following this disaster, Annie and Clarabelle would be kept out of the public gaze. One would stay with her husband, the other sent away to Hit Logistics. Diesel was forced to make a heartbreaking choice. Which of these ladies to spend the rest of his life with?
It must have taken him all of 2 seconds.
For Annie, a lifetime with her husband, hidden away from the public gaze. For Clarabelle, the safety and care of hit logistics.
Logistics weren't just interested in how twins were created. It was the abilities they had because of it.
The telepathic links between twin engines was found to be incredibly powerful. The psychic links found in natural twins is profoundly more powerful in biofused vehicles. Of course, essentially, these are the same
Alright, we're gonna stop by there. So yeah, next part we're gonna continue where we left off and see how Professor will continue his experiments. So I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye.